Think about the internet like a city. It's vast, complex, and full of different places to explore. You've got your busy streets like Google and YouTube. Everyone hangs out there. It's easy to find, and it's where most people spend their time. Then you've got darker alleys. These are the parts of the internet that aren't as visible. These are harder to find, and not everyone knows about them. You need special tools to even see them. That's the dark web. It's not accessible with just a click. It's a hidden part of the internet, shrouded in mystery and often misunderstood. You can't get there with your regular browser. You need special software, like Tor, to access it. It's designed to be anonymous, to protect the identities of its users. People use it for all sorts of things, from the mundane to the illicit. Some activities are good, like protecting privacy, but some are very, very bad, like illegal trade. It's important to remember the dark web isn't all doom and gloom. It's a tool, and like any tool, it depends on how it's used. Journalists and activists use it too. They rely on its anonymity to share information without fear of retribution. They use it to share information safely, ensuring their communications are secure, especially if they live in oppressive countries where freedom of speech is limited. But just like those dark alleys, it's best to be careful down there. The dark web can be a dangerous place if you're not cautious. Word on the digital street is that a major player is back. The whispers are growing louder and the tension is palpable. Think of him like the Kaiser Soze of the dark web, a ghost, a legend, a name that sends shivers down the spine of even the most hardened cybercriminals. He's a guy everyone thought was gone for good. Now he's back with a vengeance, and he's not here to play games. We'll call him the Cypher. The Cypher was notorious. His name was synonymous with fear and respect in the darkest corners of the internet. He ran a huge online marketplace, a digital empire that catered to the darkest desires of humanity. It was like Amazon, but for illegal stuff. A one-stop shop for everything you shouldn't be able to buy. Drugs, weapons, you name it, he sold it. Then he vanished, just like that, without a trace. Some say he got caught. The authorities finally closed in on him. Others say he went into hiding, disappeared into the shadows to avoid capture. Now, he's back, and everyone is talking. His return is a big deal. It's the kind of news that shakes the foundations of the underworld. It sends shockwaves through the entire dark web. Every hacker, every dealer, every buyer is on edge. It's like Pablo Escobar suddenly showing up at a Starbucks. Nobody expected it. Nobody was prepared, and nobody knows what he'll do next. The Cypher's next move is anyone's guess, and that's what makes him so dangerous. The Cypher's return isn't just about him. It has huge implications for everyone. Think of it like this. You drop a pebble in a pond and it creates ripples. The Cypher is a boulder. His presence will change the dark web landscape. Other criminals will be emboldened. New players might emerge. Law enforcement will be scrambling to track his every move. It's about to get messy. But it goes beyond the digital world. The dark web isn't some separate entity. It's connected to the real world. The things bought and sold there have real-world consequences. Think about drugs, weapons, and stolen information. It affects us all. Section 4. Cyberquakes and why this should keep you up at night. You might be thinking, well, that's scary, but I don't even know how to find the dark web. Fair enough. But here's the thing. You don't need to find the dark web for it to find you. The Cypher's return means increased cybercrime. Think identity theft, data breaches, and online scams. It's like an earthquake. You might not live on a fault line, but you can still feel the tremors. And just like an earthquake, you need to be prepared. Strong passwords, two-factor authentication, and being cautious online are your best defenses. It's not foolproof, but it's a start. Section 5. Cat and Mouse. The never-ending game of cybersecurity. The fight against cybercrime is a constant battle. It's like a game of cat and mouse between the good guys, law enforcement, and cybersecurity experts, and the bad guys, cybercriminals like the Cypher. Every time the good guys develop new technology or strategies, the bad guys find ways to adapt. It's an endless cycle, and the stakes are higher than ever. But here's the thing, we can't give up. We need to stay vigilant. We need to support law enforcement and cybersecurity professionals. And we need to educate ourselves about the risks and how to stay safe online. Section 6. The future of the web. Will we ever truly be safe? So what does the future hold for us in this ever-evolving digital landscape? Will the dark web always be a haven for criminals and illicit activities? Will we ever be truly safe online? Free from the threats that lurk in the shadows? The honest answer is nobody knows for sure. The digital world is unpredictable. But one thing is certain: the internet is constantly evolving, growing more complex each day. So is the threat landscape, with new dangers emerging as quickly as old ones are addressed. We need to be prepared to adapt and evolve alongside it, staying one step ahead of potential threats. The return of the cipher is a stark reminder that the internet can be a dangerous place, full of unseen perils. But it's also a reminder of our own agency, our ability to take control and protect ourselves. By being informed, vigilant, and proactive, we can all do our part to make the internet a safer place for everyone. Education and awareness are key. Together, we can build a more secure digital future where safety is not just a hope, but a reality.